Hello. Welcome to Travel Tales with Judith. I'm Judith, and I share stories and experiences from a lifetime of traveling. As you may have seen in my previous video, I just took a trip to Japan 2 or 3 months ago, and I want to talk a little bit about it because for me it was a new experience. I mean, even though I've done a lot of traveling, every country has its own interesting cultures. And so I want to just tell you that a trip to Japan isn't complete, in my opinion, without a visit to a Ryokan. And a Ryokan is a traditional Japanese inn. And in that inn, you are immersed in traditional Japanese culture. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what happens when you get there, and then the food and what the room looks like and the total experience. We were 3 nights in a ryokan in the town of Takayama, and it was absolutely lovely and a definite must, I think, if you're going to be spending any time at all in Japan. The first thing that happens when you go into Japan, the first thing that happens when you go into a ryokan is that you're greeted in a lovely fashion by several different people, and you take your shoes off and they take them away, and they give you a pair of toe socks to wear while you're inside the ryokan. Nobody wears shoes inside the ryokan. The room itself was lovely. It was just immaculate. It had one of those fantastic shower stalls where you have the curtain, the blinds that you can pull down if you don't want people watching you when you're taking a shower. It had one of the hot tubs on the back patio that looked over the city. And the instructions for all these things are very clear, and you have to follow them. I mean, you don't ever go into the water in the hot tub without taking a shower first. You don't wear any clothes in the hot tub. And I know that some ryokans, I'm not sure, won't let people with body piercings. Earrings are okay, but other body piercings or tattoos go into the hot tubs. In the room, which was really lovely, were some little sweet treats. There was a pair of a pajama-like outfit that you can wear anywhere you walked in the ryokan to dinner or wherever else. It had several small gifts, very pretty little packages which you could put cosmetics or something like that in. It was just beautifully done. In a ryokan, you sleep on the futons that are on the floor. They're thin futons, like maybe each one's about this high. You're given 2 futons. I found the first night I was very uncomfortable, but then I found an extra futon in the closet. So the next night I had 3 futons, and then I slept just fine. The difficulty, particularly when you're my age or you're getting older, is not so much getting up off the floor, but getting up off the floor when there's no room to walk except partly on the futon to get to the bathroom in the night. It just makes you feel a little bit unsteady to do that, but it's good exercise, I suppose. If you cannot get up off the floor, you probably maybe shouldn't stay in a ryokan because you're getting down and up all the time. And in the dining room, and I'm going to show you some pictures of food. In the dining room, the way you get into the table is, you can see the table in the picture, but underneath the table, it's sunken down so that your feet and everything go down like you're sitting on a regular chair. But to get in there, you have to kind of crawl in because the lady who serves you kneels at the table, and it has to be at her height when she kneels down to give you all the food. The food is very different, I think, from here. Almost every meal had a miso soup. We had a hibachi, sometimes a couple of them where you're cooking your food and they tell you exactly when it's going to be ready by the color of the steam coming out the top. Chopsticks are prevalent. In ryokans, it's chopsticks. So if you're not comfortable with chopsticks, work on it a bit before you go. Um, a lot of times I didn't know, even though she told us at the beginning what we were eating, there were so many things always in front of us that I would forget what all of them are. And then those things would go away, and then another whole bunch of things would come out. And it went on like this. I mean, you were really full at the end of the dinner. And the presentation, it was beautiful. I mean, it was artistic. The food was gorgeous. The colors, the textures, everything. It is a treat. It's an absolute privilege to stay in a ryokan and have your breakfast and dinner in that ryokan. We loved it. We did love it. We decided, however, after we left that ryokan, that maybe one was enough because of the amount of food that we got all the time. We just didn't need all that much food. It was a lot of food. Anyway, so treat yourself. If you're going to Japan anyway, treat yourself. Stay in a ryokan. If someone wants the name of the one I stayed at in Takayama, send me a message on that. And if you want more information on Japan, follow me. I'm going to do a few more videos on that, especially I have a couple fantastic tours that my partner and I took while we were there. So, okay, hope you enjoyed the pictures, and I'll see you next time. Bye.